Breaking news. If the world follows the advice that BlackRock literally just gave, Bitcoin will be worth $133 million. We're going to tell you about that in the episode today. Also, I'm going to tell you about some inside stuff that I've been hearing while I was here in Singapore at Token 2049. Today is going to be an excellent update for you guys. Lots of alpha. Yeah, I got that inside scoop on the ecosystem that I think is going to be absolutely huge this bull run coming up. And a surprise announcement at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned to watch that. I'm excited for it. Without further ado, guys, let's dive into this one. And first thing we're going to do is look at ETF flows. As you can see here, yesterday still positive, not huge, but 4.5 million, better than an outflow, right? And of course, a lot of that came from BlackRock and some Fidelity's actually been on fire recently. You can see like the past 3 days, 50 million, 25 million, 25 million, 56 million, 102 million. Like really, really impressive. Fidelity's bringing it in. I think that's because Fidelity is actually starting to come to some of their like more legacy clients, the pensions or the RIAs, things like that. Anyway, positive news on the ETF front. Now this is BlackRock. They put out a report recently, and it's a long report. You know, of course, they just reiterate to everybody the hard-coded supply and this kind of stuff. You know, just the stuff that we already know if you've been on here for a while. You know, you've got essentially the kind of persistent historical challenges around money, and then what Bitcoin made possible, right? And we had this fixed supply, you know, having reached 4 years, digitally native and borderless, permitting near instantaneous global value of transfer value at first truly open access global monetary system. First truly open access global monetary system. This is important. So I just posted this on my X accounts, but this is the link for it. BlackRock's, the world's largest asset manager, is recommending an optimal portfolio allocation of 85% of your portfolio to Bitcoin. This is not AI. Not AI. So, you know, for me, I've been 96% in crypto, the rest in some real estate and a boat, right? For a long time. I mean, if you're definitely talking to a broad audience, then this is the best advice, in my opinion, you know, if they're more risk adverse. But the most interesting thing is this. If investors follow BlackRock's recommendation, Bitcoin could be worth more than 5 times the total value of all equities, real estate, and bonds. So I said, what is the value? And I made a video on this like 2-3 years ago, actually. One of the probably first 50 videos I made on this channel. But I went and asked ChatGPT-01 preview to break this down for us. So let's go through it. And I said, what is 5 times the total value of all equities, real estate, and bonds? And basically I said, well, global equities is $100 trillion. Real estate is $327 trillion, and global bonds is roughly $133 trillion. It's probably all even a little bit higher now, considering the inflation over the past 3 years, and ChatGPT was only trained up to 2021, but I digress. The important part is that the answer of 5 times this number, what it's from the article, is that approximately 2.8 quadrillion would be the global market cap of Bitcoin if everyone would allocate 85% of the portfolio toward Bitcoin. Now, this is just a thought experiment. It's not likely to happen, and maybe it does happen. And well, it's not, you know, it's not impossible to happen, right? Because where everything's been fragmented before. This is the first, what I just read to you, the first global, truly global, decentralized, nationless, borderless financial system. The important part is this. So then I said, okay, so what is 2.8 thousand trillion? What's 2.8 quadrillion? 2.8 quadrillion divided by 21 million essentially gives you a price of $133,333,333 per Bitcoin. Okay, and so something to think about. You know, even if people start allocating 20% or whatever, right, toward that. So I think it's just a good thought experiment, thing to think about, guys, as something potentially. And This is BlackRock. It's not like, this is publicly they said this, right? It's not like this is just someone just pulling this out of their ass, right? So like I said in the last video, I know that was a while ago, but we crossed this golden, this golden cross, right? And this spot over here, where historically, every time it's happened before, we've had a bull run, and it just crossed over here. And this is looking very, very good because historically these golden crosses lead to bull runs. If you guys haven't seen this video already, I'm gonna play it. Don't worry about the sound. I don't have my full setup right now, and it doesn't matter because the sound is like irrelevant on this video. I'm not even gonna play the whole video, but the point is, let's just play it on 2x and turn down the volume. The funny thing is, like, it's Trump and stuff, but like this whole process right here that they're doing, like, it wasn't very smooth. Like, this guy's got to take the phone, the other guy's got to do the phone, they got to go back and forth, they're pushing buttons. Like, you guys know I want crypto to be adopted more than anything, but like, this is not a good look. It wasn't smooth, But anyway, I'll tell you another time about some payment methods I've been using that are very smooth. But anyway, the point is that basically when Bitcoin was at $64,000, Google's last time in 2021, Google's search terms were through the roof, right? And now at Bitcoin at $62,000, $63,000, and Bitcoin search terms are at just 23% of what they were back then, and Bitcoin's almost exact same price. What is the moral of the story? We're going much, much higher, ladies and gentlemen. And Q4 average returns for Bitcoin has been 56%. Again, and always on an election year, they've been positive as well. 2020 plus 168%, 2016 plus 58%. We don't have a 2012 measurement here, but you get the picture. We have the Fed, right, and they cut 50 basis points. And that's exactly what I told you guys was going to happen, literally exactly. The big concern is if we're going to hit a recession, and I don't think that we are, we're expected to see the Fed continuing to lower to 150 total basis points over the next year or so. And Coinsider over here says Bitcoin went from $69,000 in 2021 when interest rates were 0.25%. BTC went from to $74,000 during the fastest rate hike and tightening in history. And now central banks are starting to cut interest rates again. Booyah. Look over here in this chart. There you go. JP Morgan says over the last 40 years, the Fed has cut rates 12 times, with the S&P 500 beginning within 1% of all-time highs. The stock market was higher a year later every single one of the 12 times, with an average return of 15%, just to give you some perspective here. And essentially, these are just some reminders of where we are in the market, right? Sailors buying more. The Bitcoin miners are hodling more than they ever have before. Bitcoin coming out of multi-month net short regime. It's an election year, which has been one of the most bullish things we've been talking about on this channel for a long time. You got seasonality, you've got optimal conditions, you've got global money supply increasing, interest rates coming down, everything. And Solana is 4.6 away from Ethereum's market cap, while almost as much DEX volume than ETH, 7 times capital efficiency, 100 times cheaper, 400 times faster, breakout dApps pump fun. Fair to say 300 is coming before the end of the year. That's very fair to say 300 is coming before the end of the year. Now, look, I went from, bagging on Solana back before when I was having all kinds of problems, a few years ago, to it earning my respect a lot with the continued perseverance, and what they're doing now is incredible. And I was kind of wondering, are they going to see some big adoption from things outside the meme coin space? Yes, the DEX volume is because of memes and da-da-da-da-da-da. It's obviously faster than Ethereum. It's obviously, nicer experience than Ethereum. I saw some pretty positive stuff here in Singapore, guys. I'll tell you that. Abra, which I've invested in Abra, but huge institution, is actually building one of their products on Solana. I think it's going to continue in the right direction, but we'll get into what kind of competition they might have on the horizon soon in this video. Also, Franklin Templeton announced that it plans to launch a money market fund on Solana. As you know, $1.7 trillion asset manager, very, very bullish for Solana. So we do start to see legitimate stuff. And Jose Fernandez de Ponte, head of PayPal, said crypto is too big for us to ignore. Ethereum isn't fit for payments. token extensions was a big reason why we chose Solana. Very, very bullish. And as we move on, this is all from Solana Breakpoint, ladies and gentlemen. Firedancer is now on testnet, they announced. And they did a run, and they were able to do like 1 million transactions per second or something. Yes, they were simple transactions. Yes, it was testnet. There was no real complicated transactions there. Could they ever actually finalize? No, there's no way. Like, I don't think so. But it should be a huge bump in performance. I think a lot of this maybe is marketing, but I am hopeful for it. I think that it's going to be fantastic, and only time will tell. So the other one I want to talk to you about is Sui. Sui. So I know some guys. I'm advising a project, Bluefin. Fantastic. It's the largest largest exchange on Sui. And they just announced spots. They've been doing futures or perpetuals. And so they know a lot about the Sui ecosystem. Of course, they're biased. Definitely biased. I understand that. Towards Sui, they're building their entire livelihood depends on that ecosystem going. But they've really filled me in on what's going on there. And on-chain metrics have been off the chain. On-chain metrics have been off the chain. Yeah. But Sui Network is moving exactly like Solana during the massive 2021 pump. So as you can see here, guys, it looks identical, in the 2021 pump. And what's happening to Sui right here? I bought a huge position of Sui over the past few days. Not huge. I actually would like to buy some more, but I'm now increasing my position over there. And as you can see, it's also been going extremely well over here. This is the daily chart. So, you can see over here, let's see, since the bottom, this is where Bitcoin also bottomed, guys, in August, right? So you had Bitcoin bottom over here at like 52,000. And since then, it's up 250%, right? But where is it recently? So recently, since I think we hit the more like this clearly, the rate cuts happening right around here, right? Actually, rate cuts happened here. But like I said before, in the video, I told you, literally, guys, I told you that I thought this was right around here, around the 5th was going to be the bottom, right? Remember that? And then from there, we still have 125% so far, but it's still, on the grand scheme of things, fairly underrated, right? So if you look at the market cap or FDV of other smart contract platforms, Ethereum coming in at $318 billion. Solana at $68 billion market cap or FDV of 85 billion. Now, if you go down to Ton's at 28 or 14. Let's just look at market cap, as I think market cap is probably more reasonable in a bull run. Long-term, FDV is more important. In a parabolic bull run, market cap is going to be more important because that's the way it works. So let's look at that. So we could see, okay, how's Solana? Solana's 68 billion, right? Cardano's not in the same game. Tron's not in the same game. I don't think it even stands a chance. Near is the AI narrative, but not nearly the marketing kind of stuff that Sui has. So let's go down and look at that. Again, 68 billion for Solana, 4 billion for Sui. So it's got another 15, 16, 17 just to get to Solana's market cap. And Solana is probably going to go from 68 to 500 billion or something, maybe more, right? I think it'll do more than that. And so it's very reasonable to think that, Sui has maybe a 30 to 50x in it. This, if it catches a bid and does what Solana did, like maybe, at least 25, it would be very fair to say, and this is assuming that it does continue to catch the bid, but I'll show you as we go through here that it is really picking up a lot of speed. So Crypto Bull over here says Sui and Sol 1 week chart. I think Sui is bottoming out against Sol here. It means that Sui will greatly outperform Solana in the next 6 to 12 months. This is one person's chain of thought. And you can see over here, just as you scroll through, like even longer than that, Sui is the fastest and cheapest chain in existence. That's why people were bullish on Solana, because at the time it went crazy, is because it's much cheaper and faster than the competitors. Now Sui has a title, and Sui's tech is incredible. Don't forget that, guys. Sui came from Zuck. It came from, $1 billion of R&D, and now you're left with this product that they productize it, right? $1 billion, because Facebook, Zuck was going to take blockchain global, and that's where we're at right now, right? It's very exciting. And Torero Romero says Sui Network is once again the best performing blockchain this month. Are you paying attention? And you might think, oh man, I missed the bid. Guys, don't worry, we're still super early. Bitcoin's still at 63, 64,000. There's no new retail in here. If you're watching this, give yourself a pat on the back. Congratulations. Don't worry, we're still early. We didn't get the Pico bottom, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still early. Like, you know, there's still at least 15, 20. If you can pull a 15, 20x every single bull run and keep your gains, right? Forget these things that people are mentioning 100x or something like that. Like it's like you can just bang out 100x and sell on the top and, you know, no. But if you can consistently every 4 years, 10, 15x your money, amazing, guys, amazing, right? So this, in my opinion, is something that I'm starting to see a lot of discussion about. A lot of people are very, very bullish. And as you can see, there was a big partnership with USDC from Circle, which, by the way, full disclosure, I am an investor in Circle. Pat myself on the back for that one. Oh, yeah. USDC is coming to Sui Network. Okay, good, good, good. Now, this is not the most pleasant thing to look at, right? And why? Well, these unlocks, I think they're fine and sustainable and bearable. But this one down here concerns me. Untracked. 52% of the supply. Data unavailable. Tokens may be unlocked at any moment. They likely are unlocked, and they could be sold on the market. Sui, if you're watching this, let me know. I'd love to know what's going on with these unlocks. And this is the Sui ecosystem, guys. And you know, you can see that it's not, if you look at market caps over here, it's still like the largest DEX on Sui right now is at $30 million. Let's take a look at, for example, Solana, Radium, right? Radium's the biggest DEX. So Radium's sitting here at a market cap of 400. So was it 30 million? 13x to get to Radium's market cap, which is the largest. So just to kind of, you know, to see the kind of differences here between the ecosystems, right? And yes, Cetus's FDV is, I think, much higher. Let's see, FDV, market cap 30 million, fully diluted 109 million. So, and guys, Cetus is currently the largest DEX on Sui. However, the project that I'm advising over here, full disclosure, Bluefin, they are going to do their own DEX, spot DEX, and aggregator. And they're doing some crazy, really big gigabrain stuff behind the scenes. They said to make it even faster and better, and all this kind of stuff. So we'll see how that comes along as they launch it. But if you guys are interested in trading perps, go over there and check it out. So follow them. You can start earning points right now. Imagine if you were participating on Binance at the early days and then there was an airdrop for you if you were using the exchange. And at this point, Sui run seems inevitable. TVL is literally exploding. The experience is totally smooth and retail investors are coming in. Meme coins are exploding as well. Blub, FUD, STD just launched and volume is literally crazy. Okay, you know, about these meme coins, I don't really know. I did buy a little bit of this Blub, but you know, people are telling me it's already the community's already decided it's going to be the Brett of this chain. I don't know. I bought it, but my guess is that someone comes out with something that really is. I don't know. Maybe it does become it. You know, we'll see. I did buy a bag just in case. We shall see. Right? I also bought this Sui a long time ago. You guys maybe know it didn't work out like we hoped, and that's the thing, right? You just don't know if it's now, right, or if there comes another lull in the market, another lull in Sui, and this blub just doesn't catch a bid, and that's, you know, this blub over here. Oh, this is Book of Ethereum. I was looking around. Here we go. Oof! I bought like up here yesterday. Hey. Oh, yeah. Anyway, and so let's see, where's the wormhole scan? This one. Look at, guys, this is really interesting. So to show you the money flowing the last 7 days, where's it going from Ethereum? Well, 61% of the money flowing from Ethereum is going to Sui, right? Not Solana. Interesting, right? $90 million in the last 7 days to Sui from Ethereum, and only 41 to Solana. Solana, you've got a lot of it. You know, half of most of the money from Solana is going to Sui, 11.5 million. On Sui to Solana, you have 9.5 million. But the point is, Ethereum is where most of the capital was, and flowing to, the vast majority, not vast majority, but, 2 times what's going to Solana is going to Sui right now, which is pretty crazy. So last thing is I've been here in Singapore. It's been an amazing experience. And I'm on my way to Europe right now. I'm gonna go get some stem cells, and I'm starting another channel, guys, about longevity, health. If you know who Brian Johnson is, I'm doing something similar to him where I'm going to fully measure everything in my body and do all kinds of interventions, therapeutics, diet, exercise. I'm gonna make it all public for you guys to see. It'll be on my website, kylechasse.com, under the longevity section. I'll have a new YouTube channel, so if you're interested in following along, guys, I'm going to be very vulnerable, very open, very transparent. It's a lot of my medical records are embarrassing. They're not great right now. But that's why I'm doing it, because it's time to start taking my health seriously. And on that channel, I'll explain to you more about why I'm doing this and the kind of epiphany that I had behind it and these kind of things. So I'm really excited. I've been doing it right now, not the full thing that I plan on doing, but like implementing, and making small improvements every day, focusing on starting with sleep. So I'm getting, I'm trying to get at least 7.5 hours of sleep every night, and I've been doing that, but I'm trying to improve, my quality of my sleep, waking up less, getting more REM, more deep sleep, etc., etc. And that has, just trying to achieve that goal has led to me creating a whole bunch of better habits along the way. I'll tell you more about that on the longevity channel. I'm really excited for it, guys. I think it's a new paradigm shift in the way that we look at life. And if you're excited for that, I'll put a link in the description below. There's not a video up there yet, but there will be probably in the next couple of days. I'll be traveling for the next 27 hours or something like that to get to the destination I'm going to. I'll tell you where it is when I get there and on the new channel, and I'll tell you why I'm going there and why I have to go to this really crazy place that no one wants to go to right now. People are scared to go to right now to do the thing that I'm doing. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'll catch you later. Hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. See you later. Bye-bye.